Hey guys, Rick96B from the WWE prediction video. This time it's WrestleMania 36, so I'm not going to stay on matches too long because it's a very big card over 2 days obviously, and to be honest with you, I don't really need to stay on a lot of matches because a lot of them are quite throwaway matches. I'd say around half of them don't interest me that much, most of them not at all. So we'll start with the first match probably on the card. We go with the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. So this match has probably been building since the lockdown, so since it was being played behind doors, closed doors, this is probably when they started doing the build for this. So I'm probably going to go with the Kabuki Warriors to retain. I don't see why they take the titles off them at the moment. Asuka's got nothing else going on. Kairi Sane's only just coming back, I think. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross don't really need them. They're alright on their own. They don't really need to be in that tag team to be, so we'll go with Kabuki Warriors to win that one. Then we've got the Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Austin Theory, which should have been the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza, which makes me think they're not going to take the titles off him. I don't know why they would anyway. I don't think they would have done if it were Andrade. No US title match obviously because he's not on the card, but they don't look like they were going to put one on anyway, so that's a bit of a shame. Go with the Street Profits to retain, probably build to a feud with Angel Garza and Andrade after this. But yeah, Street Profits to retain at WrestleMania. Then we've got Miz and Morrison versus the Usos versus New Day for the Smackdown Tag Team titles. Can't see this match going ahead, to be honest with the rumours Miz not being on the card. If it does, I'm going to go with a retain. I think they're building up to the Usos versus the New Day too much that they're going to write Miz and Morrison off, or just John Morrison if that's what they're doing. However it plays out, Miz and Morrison or just John Morrison winning this one. Then we've got Otis versus Dolph Ziggler in a Mandy Rose Nepal match. No, it's not. Might as well be at this point, it's ridiculous. I'm going to go with Otis to win. I think... I don't care. I really don't care. Dolph Ziggler's wasted. They should have pulled the trigger with him years ago, they never did. They're not going to do it now. Otis is in a tag team, and we all know what probably Vince thinks about him, but I'm just going to go Otis to win. I don't know how it's going to play out. Someone could turn him, who knows. But yeah. Then we've got Elias versus King Corbin. If this match even goes ahead, might not go ahead because they pushed Elias off for a stage for some reason, as if they were going to write the match off, then they didn't write the match off. King Corbin, I guess. I don't care. This is a stupid match. Didn't need to be on the card. Just give another match some more time. Don't put stupid match throwaway matches on. What don't need to be there. King Corbin to win. Then we've got Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Now up until probably Monday, I was going to say Seth Rollins, but that promo where he cut about never having a WrestleMania moment, even though he's had loads. Kevin Owens is winning then, surely. They're going to give him his WrestleMania moment. So yeah, I'm going to go Kevin Owens to beat Seth Rollins. I promise we're getting some good matches, don't worry. This is basically a Raw at the moment. Then we've got Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley in a no build at all feud. The only bit of build I've actually seen is a press conference with Bobby Lashley where he was talking about WrestleMania, and all he said was that he's a prize fighter and he's aiming for the title. He didn't even mention Aleister Black like a feud at all. Aleister Black is not losing this. He beat AJ Styles thanks to Undertaker at last pay-per-view. What one before, I can't remember. It was Saudi Arabia, I think. No, it wasn't. It was... I can't remember the pay-per-view anyway, but last pay-per-view, Aleister Black beat AJ Styles, so he's not going to lose to Bobby Lashley, who's basically been enhancement talent at the moment. He's been putting people over or squashing Rusev. So yeah, Aleister Black to beat Bobby Lashley, surely. Now we've got John Cena versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt in a Firefly Funhouse match. Now I'm hoping this can be as ridiculous as it sounds, and there's only one winner. The Fiend has got to win this match. After what happened in Saudi Arabia with Goldberg, they can't have him lose again, especially in this new match type, because it's probably going to be like the casket match, the buried alive match, what Undertaker had. The Fiend's version of that. So this is going to be one he pulls out now and again when he needs to. I can see it going either way. I can see it being a no contest, but I'm going to go with The Fiend to win. Please don't make it a no contest. And now we've got Last man standing match, the return of Edge versus Randy Orton. Now this is the most personal feud on the card, I'd say. Possibly the one after the next, but I'd say this is the most personal. It's Edge's return match. He's not going to lose, is he? It's got very personal, and Edge's first match back, he's not losing. Randy Orton can afford to take this loss. Edge needs a win to come back to Edge to win. Then we've got the Intercontinental title match, Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. Now I've seen rumours that Daniel Bryan's going to isolation after this, so he's not going to be around really. But to be fair, I don't think there's going to be any wrestling shows after WrestleMania, because I think USA is just going to lockdown in Florida, or wherever they film from, I can't remember. But yeah, I can't see there being any shows, but still I'm going to go with Sami Zayn to retain the title. He's only just won it. He needs to legitimize himself again as a wrestler by beating Daniel Bryan. Obviously not clean, he's not going to beat him clean because he's got Cesaro and Shinsuke, but a proper wrestling match, like actually go 15-20 minutes. And to be fair, if these two go 20 minutes, I can see it being a good match. But yeah, either way, I can't see Daniel Bryan winning it. If he's going into isolation voluntarily, then that means he's not interested in the title scene at the moment. He's just more interested in his own health, which is fair enough. So I'm going to go with Sami Zayn to retain the IC title. Then we've got The Undertaker versus AJ Styles in a Boneyard match, which we believe is a Buried Alive match, but they don't want to call it that apparently, from what I've heard. Now, The Undertaker's lost twice before WrestleMania, so he could lose again, but every time he loses at WrestleMania, it's hurting his legacy more and more. If he's going to stick around just for WrestleMania matches and Saudi Arabia shows, they at least need to keep his streak somewhat respectable. And this is coming from a massive AJ Styles fan. I think Undertaker needs to win this. Obviously, it's being filmed off a set, so it's going to be probably computer graphics and all sorts. They are capable of putting on a crazy movie, basically. It's not going to be a wrestling match as such, which means it's going to be watchable, basically. The Undertaker nowadays struggles to go long matches, so especially pre-recording it, they can cut it up, they can even have rest takes. They could do after the match, have a rest and do the rest of the match, so this could be good, but obviously it's not in the ring, so it's not going to be a wrestling match. Undertaker to win. It needs to be Undertaker to win. Then we've got the Smackdown Women's Title. We've got Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Naomi versus Lacey Evans versus Tamina in an elimination match. And I can see Bayley going out early. I don't think they're going to turn them on each other yet. I think Bayley's going to go out fairly early and maybe cheat to get Sasha to win. I can see it coming down to like Lacey Evans versus Sasha Banks at the end. Bayley comes back out, costs Lacey Evans the match, and Sasha Banks ends up with the title, and then from there they start to fall out. I don't think it's going to be Sasha Banks just turning on Bayley or Bayley turning on Sasha like everyone else thinks. I think they're going to accidentally put the title on Sasha, and then they start getting cracks showing. So yeah, I'm going to go with Sasha Banks to win the title. Then we've got the NXT Women's Title, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley to retain. I know Charlotte's won the Royal Rumble, and I know it would legitimise NXT again, putting a big name back down there. But Rhea Ripley beating Charlotte Flair is the big win she needs to legitimise herself. NXT I don't think needs Charlotte. To be fair, I don't think main roster needs Charlotte. I'm not a massive fan at all, but less said about that the better. I think Rhea Ripley's going to win. I think she should win. But where does that leave Charlotte after this? Does she go after the... What brand is she on? Is she on Raw? I think she's on Raw, so that I'd put her against the Raw Women's Champion, which I'm going to be predicting next. I think Charlotte is a heel at the moment, isn't she? So where does it leave after this? I really don't know. But I'm going to go Rhea Ripley to win anyway. Maybe she stays on NXT even if she loses. Who knows? And then we've got Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Title. After the Elimination Chamber, basically having Shayna Baszler bury the entire Raw Women's division. Carry it on. Do the same thing to Becky. humble her, make Shayna the new women's version of Brock Lesnar. They can do it. She's capable, and it's what it needs at the moment. It's got a bit stale. So putting the title on Shayna is the right decision, and that's what I mean. If she does have the title, and Becky drops down the card a bit, Charlotte can't go after the title. Who goes after it after that? Because who have you got? You've got Natalya. You've got all of the Riot Squad. Well, not a Riot Squad anymore. Asuka, I guess. Turn Asuka face again. If they drop the titles, the tag team titles, I could see him turning Asuka face again and putting her against Shayna Baszler, and that could be good. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So anyway, Shayna Baszler's to win the title anyway. And then we've got Goldberg versus not Roman Reigns, but they're still advertising Roman Reigns. And as I'm recording this, it's a day and a half before WrestleMania, and obviously they pre-recorded it, but it's still advertising Roman Reigns, and they know for a fact it's not been Roman Reigns. I've just been on the website and it's still showing Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. At this point, it's false advertising. I know Triple H come out and said that planning something special, which makes me question what the hell they're doing, but the big rumour is it's going to be Braun Strowman. So I'm going to predict that. I'm going to predict Goldberg versus Braun Strowman, but it might not be this match. And obviously they're going to put the title on Roman. Goldberg was not carrying the title on any longer, which means maybe he doesn't want to stay around any longer. So that means he's got to drop the title either way, which means I think they're going to inadvertently, finally, have to pull the trigger on Braun Strowman and put the world title on him. Which he deserved it. He deserved it 3 years ago. He should have beat Brock Lesnar for Universal title when he had the chance. He should have cashed in the Money in the Bank and been successful, but he didn't. On 2 opportunities, he should have put the title on him, and they didn't. Maybe he's lost all his momentum now. Maybe he's just lost the IC title to Sami Zayn. Do it. A massive win against Goldberg might give him the push what he needs again. And then, who knows if he fights after that. Plenty of people who can fight him on Smackdown. There's a lot of guys that are underutilised, like Braun Strowman, who would finally getting a bit of a push. Sami Zayn, first title, Alan's been on main roster 4 or 5 years. Ridiculous. Should have won the title years ago. So Braun Strowman should have won the title years ago, and I think he's going to at WrestleMania, whether he wants him to or not. And then the main event, the Universal title match, Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. No, not the Universal title match. The WWE title match. The Universal title match was just one. I'm so confused with titles at the moment. But since they switched them over to SmackDown, I have no idea what title's which. The WWE title match, Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. And I'm going with the Royal Rumble winner, Drew McIntyre. They've got to do it. They've got to finally pull the trigger. Another one. To be fair, years ago, he wasn't ready. When he was the chosen one, he wasn't capable of a world title run. At the time, the card was weak, so he probably could have had a world title run because they were putting titles on Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, now he's ready. He's gone onto indie scene. He's built himself back up again. He's ripped. He's massive. He's everything what WWE like. He's built himself up on NXT as well. He's more than done his fair share. It's time to put the world title on him. Drew McIntyre to beat Brock Lesnar. So that was my predictions for WrestleMania 36. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to like, favourite, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!